So today has been a long one, guys. It has it has really been a long one. The only reason why I'm out of the house right now is because I got a free hour. Today has been a long day. Normally Mondays are my longest day, but today has been back to back to back to back, changing lives and enjoying every single second of it. So when I say today has been a long day, I'm not complaining. I love what I do. It's just been a long day, and I had a free hour, and I'm like, you know what? I could either do paperwork or I could get in my car and drive around for a little bit and just get out of the house. So as you can see, I'm in the car, so you know what I chose. But one of my clients today, who's been with me probably, I want to say close to maybe 10 weeks, and has lost close to, I want to say 30 pounds, somewhere around there. She said over the weekend, she was cleaning out her closet, and her husband asked her, was she sure that she wanted to get rid of all of her bigger clothes? And she said to him, she said, why, do you think I want to go back to that person again? And I thought it was really, I thought it was good, but it reminded me of an instance that I had years ago with a client. Same exact, story. He had been holding on to what he called his fat clothes. And just as a reminder of where he had come from. And I said to him, I said, but don't you think you could be self-consciously setting yourself up by keeping those clothes to at some point in the future be able to fit back in or need them at some point in the future? And he was like, he was like really reluctant to get rid of them. So I used to train this guy in his house. So one day after one of his workouts, we went into his closet and I had him start to take out some of the clothes, and he was moving a little bit too slow. So I started taking them out too. And I could see that it was making him, him emotional about those clothes. But I said to him, I said, look, we got to burn the bridges. We got to make sure that it is as difficult as possible for you to regain that weight. I said, don't you think by keeping these old clothes that it would be much easier for you to regain the weight rather than having to gain all that weight back and then having to go out and buy new clothes? So after thinking about it and after talking about it, I said to him, you know what you could do? I said, take pictures of these clothes. Take pictures of them. You keep those as memories, but you can't fit into the pictures. But you can remember where you came from. And he thought that was a good idea. So he took some of the articles of clothing, took some pictures of them, and he now has those as his memories. Whereas my client from today, what she did was she started trying on some of the clothes. And she said to herself, she said, man, was I really this big? And I said that I was saying that oftentimes we get to the point where we either lose hope and we start to just think that this is our reality. Like, this is just where I am. I'll always be this big. There's no hope for me. But then we get to the point where enough is enough, and we're like, no, that thinking, that what I like to call stinking thinking, is not benefiting me, and it's not helping me. So you know what? Let me try something different. And that's oftentimes where I meet, new clients. Oftentimes I meet people when it is cold in here. Oftentimes I meet people where they're at that enough is enough point. And they're finally ready to try something different. They're finally ready to try something new. But most importantly, they're at the point where they're ready to commit. And she was trying on these clothes, and she said to herself, she said, man, was I really that big? But she was like, that was all the reminder she needed. She didn't need to hold on to those fat clothes to remind her of where she had been and to remind her of how far she had come. That's all she needed, was to try those clothes on and remember all the pain that was associated with those clothes. And remember now, when she's in her new skinny clothes, her thinner clothes, all the joy and happiness that comes along with that. Now, again, not saying that losing weight is the end all be all to happiness, because you could lose weight and still be miserable. So we're not equating overall total happiness with losing weight. But if losing weight would make you happy. And you might be subconsciously keeping yourself overweight by holding on to those memories of you being overweight. So possibly what you need to do is you need to burn the bridges, as it's said. Don't give yourself any way back to where you were if you truly were unhappy being there. So you might just need that brutal moment where you just say, you know what, if you've lost weight and you've been holding on to those quote unquote fat clothes, big girl clothes, big boy clothes, get rid of them. Are you looking forward to ever fitting in them again? And if the answer is no, then don't give yourself the opportunity to go back by thinking that if I hold on to the clothes, well, if I gain the weight back, I'll at least, don't do that. Get rid of the clothes, let them go, and embrace the new version of yourself that you've worked so hard for. So I just wanted to tell that story. I guess it was two stories in one, about same story, two different clients. But anyway, guys, I'm on my way to, I don't know where, because I'm just driving around right now. I got my next call at 3, and then I'm straight through from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I'm going to drive around for like 30 minutes, whatever, head back home, eat something real quick, and then get ready for my next call. But guys, let me know down below what you think. If you've been holding on to your big girl, big boy clothes and just apprehensive about getting rid of them, think about it. It might benefit you to actually get rid of them. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you need help, any help on your journey, click the first link below in the description. Fill out the form, and the two of us will figure out what we need to do together to get you from where you're at to where you want to be.